My grandmother, mother, and her husband, Arthur Scott, did not only sex traffic me as a child, but they molested their own children. Their son, Yehonathan Scott, Orion Scott, Ben-Kavia Scott, Shammai Scott, Amal Scott, Daniel Scott are all closeted bisexual men who their father, Arthur Scott, turned out along with his inner circle of members of the gay cult secret society agenda of the Hebrew Israelite community. They are guilty of murdering one of their oldest twin sons, Yochanan. They sacrificed him in the early 1980s. They also sacrificed their sixth child, named Nisa, in the year 1996. I am currently up under her government identity. I currently do not have my own governmental identification. I was born in the year 1988, August 8th, the Lion's Gate. Their daughter, Nisa, was born 1992, June 30th. 4 additional years is missing from this identification. What confirms my identity is my natal chart. What confirms my identity in my natal chart of 1988 placement is in perfect sync with my twin flame natal chart. My natal chart of 1988 placements is in sync with my twin flames placement of his natal chart. My name is Sekhmet Carter. I am the Royal Galactic Princess. My father, Ra, was the deceased past leader of the Hebrew Israelite community, Ben Ami Carter. My grandmother, who raised me along with her husband, to this very day claims that they are my biological parents. My father, Ra Ben Ami Carter, and my grandmother conceived a child, a secret child, my mother, Rashidat, who was raised by my grandmother's sister in Chicago, Illinois. They had an affair. My father, Ra, conceived me through incest with my mother, who is his daughter. She was molested. They conceived myself. Her existence and my existence was kept a secret from the was kept a secret from society and the community. Only those who are high-ranking in the secret society cult of the Hebrew Israelite community knew of this secret. They also knew of the secret that I was chosen to be the voice of my royal galactic bloodline. I believe I was born in Chicago, Illinois, at home, and a birth certificate was never issued. I was then adopted into the psychotic Scott family, where I grew up living in poverty. They had assistance from people in high positions to dispose of the bodies of their 2 children, whom they sacrificed, and other members of the Hebrew Israelite community whom they've sacrificed and murdered as well. This was a group effort. They had been sacrificing members of the secret society since the establishment. They have been sacrificing members of the Hebrew Israelite community since the beginning time of the establishment of the Hebrew Israelite community. Now, this family, this psychotic family, sick, twisted, fucked up family that I grew up a part of, all conspired against me to keep me unaware of who I am. They plotted my death since birth and has tried to take my life ever since. Over 1,000 failed attempts to have me sacrificed to harness my powers, autonomy, my royal birthright, my inheritance, and my angelic energy. My grandmother has slept with my children's father, Justin Staver, and also my children's father, my son's father, Justin Staver, my last son's father, who is also a part of this scheme. He also slept with my stepbrothers, my uncles, my children, my son's father slept with my uncles. I have been gang stalked. I have been monitored. My homes has been tapped. My phone has been bugged. The ending is approaching. Judgment Day is approaching. Continuing on. My grandmother sexually binded me to her as a young child. I was under extreme mind control for years. The insidious masculine entity that has possessed her soul has an obsession with me. I have faced that entity. I have seen that entity merge from that vessel. Merge. He exposed himself. I was 19 years old. My grandmother was beating me. She was beating me for about like 30 to 40 minutes. She threw me against the closet, and then out of absolutely nowhere, just as you will see in the motherfucking movies, a possession took place. That demon exposed itself, claimed to be God. It tried to place fear within me, to fear their God, their creator, the one that they worship, claiming to be the divine spirit of life. I didn't understand what that was until I awakened. He said her entire facial expressions changed. The nose, the nostrils swelled. The mouth is like the teeth. I don't even know where her teeth went. I swear to God. It was like toothless for a few fucking minutes. I don't know where the fuck the teeth went, but they were gone. It fucking said, in a masculine, deep fucking voice, "You are disappointing me. I am Yah." It said it is Yah. That is when, oh my God, let me calm down. Ooh, ancestors, come on now. Let me calm the fuck down. Woo, I'm so hyped. It said it went by the name, Yah. That is the biblical God of whom the Draconians forced civilization to worship. That entity exposed itself, told me that it is the creator of the biblical, it told me that it is the biblical God, Yah, Y-A-H. And that I am disappointing him. It wasn't until 2019 when I awakened, when I discovered the divine spirit of life is a divine feminine frequency. So I had a flashback, like you would see in the movies, how they go back in time. I went back in time. I immediately went back in time. Who the fuck was that? Not who, what the fuck was that? Just as I'm hyped now, I was hyped then. But y'all see how my energy level just went up. Good God, I get so woo! This is hot. But I have seen that entity. That is the entity that has kept me bound for years, battling mental confliction. It was all up in my fucking psyche. It knew what I was thinking. It knew what I was feeling. It knew my weaknesses. It knew my strength. It knew every fucking thing about me. And it used my powers against me. He knew each time I was sexually active, and he would astral project and watch as I would have intercourse with my past partners, sexual partners. 2020, I've officially broken the chains that entity and I officially broken the chains to that entity, and I awakened to my true identity, which is the Royal Galactic Princess Sekhmet, the solar lion goddess of Reiki healing, fertility, war, destruction, and the eye of my father, Ra. My abilities in my natal chart confirms my identity. So does my blood type, my biological genetics. In my biological genetics, I've been chosen by the galactic cosmic elders to be the voice and representative of our royal chosen galactic Anunnaki reptilian ancient Kemet bloodline. These are serious times. Thank you all for joining me. I've spoken, so mote it be.